Welcome to the Dean Von Music Podcast Show, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm thrilled to have with us today a powerhouse from Sydney, Australia, Simple Stone, the heavy metal trio that's been making waves across the globe, fresh off their successful tour in Japan.
Try to forget it any way I can. Hey, we'll keep on rocking in the free world. We'll keep on rocking in the free world.
With influences from legendary bands like Pennywise, Metallica, and Bullet for My Valentine, Simple Stone delivers a powerful blend of hard rock riffing, driving guitars, and relentless tunes that never quit. Welcome everyone to the Dean Von Music Podcast Show. How's everyone doing tonight? We have the guys waiting patiently in the green room, and I want to bring them out, but I want to welcome everyone to the Dean Von Music Podcast Show tonight. I'm going to bring out the guys. There's Matt.
Hey.
And how's Shanks? How are you guys doing tonight?
Good, man.
Good, man. Doing well.
Good. You guys look awesome. Matt, are you on a phone tonight?
I am, yes. Is that okay?
Yeah, do me a favor and turn it sideways or landscape.
Okay.
There you go.
I had this prepared in case you couldn't get video up. I was like, this is what you're missing.
Looking good, man. Looking good. I'm just playing a little music. I just did the intro video for you guys and trying to get all the socials going over here. I've got a new one, Rumble, and it doesn't seem to be taking off right now. But anyway, let me see. Hang on. I love that song. You guys did a great job on the remake.
It's good to hear, man. Seems to have gone over really well.
What's that?
I say it seemed to have gone over really well.
Yeah. You guys are looking good tonight. So let me get out of this music real quick. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Turn it down. So anyway, how you guys doing tonight?
Yeah, good.
Doing really well, man.
How are you?
I want to welcome you officially to the Dean Von Music Podcast Show tonight.
Thank you very much.
All the way
That's
from
a lot of applause. That's a lot of applause.
Yeah, I have that exact same sound effect when I walk into the bedroom. I just hit it on my phone.
It's my alarm clock when I wake up. It's my alarm clock. Well, Dean, welcome. So let me do something real quick. Hold on. I got a lot of buttons to turn over here. We're trying to stream tonight on Rumble, and I don't see it taking off. So let me check here real quick.
No, you do, yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping to stream over there, but it's not taking off. I'm not sure why. But we are on YouTube, Facebook, and supposed to be on Instagram tonight as well.
Cool.
Yeah, so I was trying to get that going, but even Instagram wants to give me a hard time.
It's not alien for us to have technical issues, man. So we're down with that.
So you guys, I'm thrilled to have you guys with me tonight. You're the powerhouse trio from Sydney, Australia. That's what your bio says. So and tell me first of all, before we get rolling, how was your day, guys? You have a good day?
We're still in it, man. It's just gone 1 p.m. here. Yeah,
1 p.m.
so
Is
we're
it
still
1
in it.
p.m.? Okay.
Yeah. So this is Friday afternoon for us.
Okay. And it's summertime. Is it summertime down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah.
And we're getting, I'm in Las Vegas. It's about 30. Tonight's going to be 28 degrees tonight in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
That's Fahrenheit, right?
That's Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Sorry, we work in the wrong schedule, so we don't know what that is. Although it sounds cold.
It is cold for Vegas. It is because we get really hot down here.
Yeah.
Well, it's 24 degrees where I am, man, which is nice and warm. So
Yeah, and that's
Celsius.
Celsius. Yeah.
I saw it was snowing in Florida, which apparently is very unusual.
It snowed in Texas. That's unusual. And the Gulf. It snowed out in the Gulf, out in Brisbane, Florida. It's been snowing in very unusual places lately. We're getting a cold front and came out of Alaska somewhere and blew right in. And it's just freezing everything up. We're having a lot of snow out here. Not in Vegas. Yeah. If it rains, we might see snow next week. It's supposed to rain in a couple days, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's talk about your music. And you guys have a new album, and I don't know if it's brand new or what, but it seems new to me. Through This Dark.
Yeah, it's been out for a little while. It's been circulating, so yeah.
Okay, all right. And since long anticipated follow-up to Chronicles of a Faded Heart.
Yeah, great.
And that was another album you guys did prior to that. Is that correct?
Yeah. I think that was
that was 2019, I think. And Through This Dark, we dropped it towards the end of January in 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have it says the first single was All the Same. Was that your first single?
It was the first single on that album, yeah.
Through This Dark, yeah.
Okay, got it. So it's off the album, All the Same, and I do have it queued up. So for the people that are listening tonight, we're going to be playing about 3 music videos tonight, and I'm going to be playing a ton of songs, and we're going to be taking call-ins tonight from your fans and friends all around the world.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
So this show's being broadcasted all over the place tonight, and we're hoping that we get some calls in. I don't know if you guys got the numbers prior. I think I sent the list to you in the invitation. And I'm going to share them tonight. I'm going to share them tonight on the show as well.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
So for the people that are itching to call in tonight, let me pull up the numbers real quick. So the number is going to be 669. This is for the people that are not watching. There's a lot of podcast listeners that are still kind of old school or they're driving to work and they're listening to the show. Nice. So it's a 669 area code 444-9171. And that's country code 1 for the United States. So there are other numbers out there, but this is the one I have up on the screen. So it's 669-444-9171. And the secret code to get into the meeting tonight is 702-927-2226. All right, 702-927-2226. And you can talk to the band tonight. Simple Stone we have with us from Sydney, Australia. And I'm really glad to have you guys on the show tonight.
Is that applause again, Shanks?
They won't shut up. I can't even get back there.
Shanks has obviously just walked back into the bedroom.
I've been giving them drinks all night, you know what I'm saying? but I'm so glad you guys are here. And now tell me, what part of Australia are you in so people can kind of relate to where you are? And I'm
Yeah,
going to
so
start off with Matt.
we're in the East Coast, so Sydney, New South Wales, and we're
So,
right in the heart of Sydney.
so you're right there. So I've been down there. I saw the fireworks show on New Year's Eve.
Oh
Really
yeah, it's a good one.
beautiful. I was underneath the bridge in a sailboat.
Oh,
And
very nice.
and Shanks, are you in the same location?
Yeah, I'm actually literally in the center of Sydney City at the moment in an area called World Square.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, yeah.
That is so cool. That is so cool. We love Australia. Every chance we get, we were out there for 28 days and we had a blast. And I got to see the landscape and it's just beautiful. We went fishing. I was there for 28 days.
Yeah,
Nice,
very
man.
nice.
And we
It's a good
stayed.
trip.
You did it at a good time there, man.
It was right around Christmas.
Yeah, it's
It was,
cool.
yeah, it was
Nice
right
and
at,
warm.
so we saw the New Year's Eve fireworks down there.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I've been looking a little bit at now you got a bunch of songs and albums and EPs out on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I've been kind of browsing a little bit down there. I'm looking at 10 different covers now. There's albums to singles to EPs,
Yep.
And we're going to be playing a few of those tonight. And probably going to ask you later, which ones would you like to play and this and that. But I do
Sure.
have a few videos queued up, and one of them was "Rockin' in the Free World."
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Very cool.
I like that one. You did a thing with a "Dead or Alive" by Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
yes.
That was kind of cool. I don't have it on my
We,
list, but I did watch it.
we ripped
Oh,
that
you
one up, man.
watched the video? Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the video. So if you guys want me to play that one, I can add that into the queue.
Yeah, cool, man.
You also have a song called "First Time,"
Yep.
and there's an official music video. You have 5.6 thousand views of that song just less than a year ago. And that was
There you
the
go.
first time. Yeah, very good. Released, I think, December 7th, 2023, it says.
Yeah, okay.
If that sounds
Yeah.
about right. And then you have All
Yeah.
the Same, another official music video, All the Same.
Mhm.
Yeah, that
Also,
was the first one we dropped off that record. Yeah.
Of the album,
That's
yeah.
good.
okay, and that looks like it was 2022. Is that correct? So 2022 September.
Was it? Oh, maybe we released it early. There you go. The album
Prior
didn't
to the,
drop till January
I'm sure it was
2023.
January 23, yeah.
I won't
Okay,
Dates
go.
maybe
don't
did it
lie, though,
first.
Dean.
Maybe we put it out as a pre-release, yeah.
Very cool. And Passing Through, another video we're looking at tonight. Looks like it was released somewhere in 23. And it's a single
Yeah,
from
that was
your.
early 2023. Yeah.
Okay, it was
Yeah.
from the album Through This Dark.
Yeah.
And that album's
Yeah, they were the
available.
first three singles. Yeah.
Okay, and is that album available now for sale? Can people
Yeah,
download?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where do you suggest they go and get the songs tonight if they go out and look for you? What's the best place?
Look, they can go and find it on Spotify. You can find it on Apple Music. You can
Okay.
find it on all that.
All right.
Yeah,
So just
Amazon.
okay.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
Google Simple Stone and you'll find all their music on
That's
Spotify,
exactly right. Yeah.
Amazon.
I'm a pretty simple guy, man. So when it comes down to it, that's all I do. I just type the band name into Google and Google tells me everything.
Matt, I'm gonna start with you, Matt, because I'm gonna kind of start asking some questions about how you guys got into music
Cool.
and all that fun stuff. So I hope there's nothing off
Normally
the table.
when they say, Matt, we're going to start with you, it normally means I'm in trouble. Tim. So this is a good thing.
Matt, what got you into music and how early did you start playing music?
Man, I've loved music since I was a kid. I sort of grew up on all the classics, Zeppelin and
Right.
AC/DC, all that sort of stuff. Right down to like Dr. Hook and other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I was studying for some school exams one time, and I just went, I'll blow this, and bought a guitar and rewrote my life. So that was I think that was probably the earliest first mistake that I made, I guess, when you look at it in mistakes in grand scheme of things. So I've been in trouble ever since then, and it's a good thing.
Well, getting in trouble is not a bad thing all the time.
It's not trouble if it's mischief.
Bad boys of rock and roll, man. No. Did anyone inspire you, or were your parents behind you? What was your major influence before getting into music? I mean, what really steered you this way, Matt?
Yeah.
What brought you in, Matt? One more
probably
question.
probably Skid Row. I'd say they were the.
Oh,
I just wanted to play guitar like those guys and sing like Sebastian Bach, and you
oh,
know, they
yeah.
were kind of my big early influence. But I was always a metal fan, and I was always, a Metallica fan, and bands of that kind of genre. And then in the early '90s, kind of, more into like Alice in Chains and more of the grunge sort of scene. So, yeah,
Right,
dude, I
right.
just I just took a guitar and just wanted to emulate it. Really, wanted to do what those guys did.
Well, nothing wrong with following Sebastian Bach.
Dude, I had
He's
those
all
pipes,
he's
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what instruments do you play in the band, and are you and tell everyone what you do in the band?
Yeah, so I'm the guitar player and the lead vocal.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a three piece, so I play both rhythm and lead, if that's relevant.
And
Um,
you're a trio, right? So you play all the
we're a
guitars?
trio. Yeah,
Okay.
play all the
Gotcha,
time, so.
gotcha. And you do the lead and the rhythm, and so the bass player's got to hold down quite a bit.
He does, and he holds it down really well. Yeah.
Shanks, tell me a little bit about the band and how did it all get started? And are you two the original members?
I came along sort of midstream, so I think Matt, as Simple Stone as a project, and Matt will correct me if I'm wrong, I think has been kicking around since the early aughts, like oh
Yeah, that's right.
03, oh 04.
Yeah,
Um, I jumped in with Matt about 7 years ago or so, towards the end of 2018.
Okay.
And I've
yeah,
been kicking along ever since. Yeah. So that's us at the moment. Our third party, Bowie, he's been with us for about 2 years. He's our drummer.
Okay.
We've had a couple of lineup changes along the way. We work with session guys and just try to keep things rolling. But yeah, Bowie jumped in about 2 years ago as sort of a permanent member of the band,
yeah.
and we haven't stopped since.
I think I have a picture of him somewhere in the back. So he's the
Yeah, that's him
drummer.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him
That's
there.
him.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
When we brought him on board, one of our prerequisites in the ad was had to have long blonde hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just had to
Have to
have
look like
hair, just
Jerry
like the rest of
Cantrell.
us.
Nice. How funny. That's pretty
So in
cool.
in a couple of the video clips, especially I guess some of the earlier stuff, just after the album was released, or again, just prior, there you'll see other guys on the kit, and they're guys that we play with, friends of the bands, guys that were in the band for a little while, helping us out,
Right.
session guys. So yeah, so you might see a couple of faces that change, but Bowie's been the man for the last 2 years.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, you guys, now how long has the band been formed or together even before publishing songs? Were you guys out before? How long has it been running?
Yeah, so realistically, the band's been around sort of since about 2001-ish, thereabouts. We were a four
Oh,
piece, but we never really found our stride. We then took a hiatus, and I came back in about 2015 and really hit it back to what we were doing. And that was then we released the album that the backdrop there is Chronicles of a Faded Heart, and that's when we really found us. We really found us as a three piece. We found our sound. We'd collectively come together. And
gotcha.
I guess I had found my way as a vocalist and a guitar player and that. And yeah, so realistically, I'd say 2015, 2017, we've been at this format.
So you've been doing this quite a while. And
Yeah, I'm old hat at this stuff.
how would you describe the music that you typically create, and what genre? Well, I kind of know the answer to this, but for the audience out there, so they can kind of put you in a genre box, if you will. Tell the
Yeah.
people what kind of music is it? Heavy rock, and what's your show like when you play out live?
Yeah, so I always look at us as a heavy rock band, right? But we've got really strong influences in punk. We've got really strong influences in like early British metal,
Nice,
and then just pop, going through the middle of it. You've got to have an identifiable hook chorus,
right,
and I think
right.
that's kind of rooted in, kind of almost the way that Bon Jovi did things, man. There was always something to sing along to, and that's been a big focus of ours in the last two records. So, Yeah, there's elements of kind of everything in there, Dean, to be honest. So, hopefully there's something there for people to chew on.
Well, a good melody and a good chorus is always good in music, so people can
Yeah.
actually remember what they just heard and then
Yeah, we found
sing
that
into your songs.
we were playing on lots of different diverse bills, and we kind of had to translate across to any audience that we're standing in front of. And the one way that we found to do that was by being us, but then also having that identifiable hook.
Gotcha.
So, yeah,
I got a video and I want to play it just for the audience, for the early, the first few minutes of the podcast show.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the video that you did, "Rocket in the Free World," and just recently, the United States has become a free world and more independent than we've ever been. And it's been a great last couple of weeks out here in the United States.
it's
You
really
know,
interesting timing too.
Bit of a city change, yeah.
and we are rocking in the free world tonight, and absolutely. So I have it kind of queued up here. I want to play it for the audience if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, man, go for it.
And let me see if I can just cue it up here.
We should preface, I guess, just so it puts it in context. So
Yes.
we all the footage and stuff that you'll see in the video was all put together from our tour in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, because we just thought that sort of fit, with the theme of the track and going global.
Oh, okay. I
But
didn't
yeah,
know
it's
that.
all footage from the September tour in Japan, live footage and footage from us traveling around.
Well, let's listen to it.
There's color on the street, red, white, and blue. People shuffling
Nice.
There it is.
It
You
looked like
guys,
fun.
did you guys record? When did you guys record that? You had that Japan tour.
We Yeah, that was in September, late September into early October. And we all the footage is from actually the trip, and then I threw the video together after we got back.
Yeah, we
Very
probably did.
nice.
We probably recorded the song in, I don't know, maybe July, somewhere there.
It
Yeah,
looks like you did
yeah.
some recording in Japan. Did you do some footage in Japan?
Yeah, yeah, all
Yeah.
that footage was Japan.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it was just on our phones and stuff. And we had yeah, we set up phones on stands and that when we were playing shows and then just wandering around, filming things and
That's pretty cool. That's pretty
yeah.
cool. Oh, fun. Isn't it fun? I was in a rock band for, I've been playing music for 40 years. I was the
Yeah.
lead singer for Danger. If you looked up my history, I was a
Wow.
lead singer in a rock band for, I played pretty steady for about 25, 30 years out here in the United States, and played Hollywood quite a bit. It was a lot of fun. Music is a lot of fun to play and go out. You get to entertain people. You get to
Yeah,
meet
man.
people. It's such a great thing to do. It's a great
Yeah.
art. And
We
now
really
you,
take that entertaining, the word entertaining there. We really take that pretty important. We place that as a high importance in what we do. We've got to make sure that everybody's having a good time. We've got to make sure that there's plenty of interaction, and we've got to make sure that we're delivering so that we are entertaining the crowd that's in front of us. And something I take really seriously, man. So,
absolutely. Now, do you guys have anything coming up for the band that people can be looking out for out in Australia?
yeah, we're headed out to Orange next weekend, which is kind of a regional town about 4 hours west of Sydney.
Okay.
And then we're back, and we've got a bunch of Sydney shows, in the coming kind of month. So, and then we're in the studio
Early
from March
March.
to early
Yeah.
March. So,
So yeah, there's new material getting worked on. Yeah, and we don't have anything to firmly announce yet, but we're looking to come out to the States towards the end of this year. So hopefully we'll be over your way.
Well, that'd be nice. Come out. Maybe
Yeah,
you can visit me out here in Las Vegas.
be
nice.
lovely.
And so tell me when you guys, okay, we've heard the story how you got into music. Now, where are you guys headed next? I mean, as far as touring, you said you might be coming to the States. Do you have any
Yeah,
music in the works for people to be looking out for in the future?
yeah.
Yeah,
We've literally heading into the studio first week of March. And we've got two new songs in the can from basically the end of last year that we haven't released yet.
Okay.
And we've got it then another five or six potentially in the
yeah,
pipeline that we're about to go into record.
yeah.
So there should be plenty of stuff coming out this year.
And what can
Dean,
we look?
I don't know what it is, but whenever we're going into the studio, I always drop a song on them right at the death. But both of our last albums, we'd finished recording the album, and I went, "Well, no, hang on, this has got to go on it."
Like
So
yeah,
I'm trying to
for
I'm
through the
trying to get
start
in a cup.
we had to change the liner notes and everything. Like that was all done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
both
then
albums
it was
I've
like,
been.
oh, we've got this new song and it has to be on the album. Okay.
Now, are you guys the original writers? Are you guys the only writers in the band?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So traditionally, I've written everything, but recently Shanks. Actually, funny story. We're at a show. We were sitting down just after sound check, and we were like, and Shanks was like, "Hey, can I show you some stuff I've written?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes, let's dive in."
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
wrote two. He's brought two really good tracks to the table, and so he's entered the fray of writing for Simple Stone. It's been really good. Took a lot of pressure off me, man.
Well,
Yeah,
and I'm a songwriter too, as well, Matt. And I've always tried to drag it out. I say, guys, I need some ideas. I need some melodies. I need fresh.
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
get kind of away from me for a minute and get
yeah.
get something else coming on. And you guys are a power trio now. Do you all collaborate together when you're in the studio together as well?
Yeah. So when we bring the ideas to the room, we then flesh them out and just make sure that we're all working on our own bits. And we were only in there 2 nights ago, and it was like, right, oh, I want a double time here, and I got outvoted, Dean. I was like, hey, this is not how it works. But
We're
yeah, we got to have
willing to
we've got to
try
have our
things,
say, and
Yeah.
yeah,
That's fucking awesome. You know, I have a list of songs in front of me, and what is your? Okay, I'm going to just run a list real quick. We got Secrets, Inner Sanctuary, Passing Through, All the Same, Another Limb, Beginning, Girl in a Red Dress, First Time, Out of Nowhere, Smile, Without You, Lights, TIM, to immortalize a man. Immortalize a man. Got it.
Yeah.
Ain't So Pretty, Light in the Sky, Rockin' in the Free World we just played, and Start Over. And is there any one of those songs you really love to play? I mean, and if you say yes, I'm going to play it.
Yeah, dude, I love playing First Time. First
Which one?
Time's just one of those First Time. So it's we normally do like an a cappella version of it before we hit into the big song, and then get the crowd to sing it with us, and then hit it back to Bowie, and he just it's a big drum intro. He makes a
What?
thumping big noise, and we all drop it. So I always like that song.
What's the name of the song again?
First Time.
First time.
First time, first time. I love your accent, by
Yeah.
the way. Yeah, everyone loves the Australian and English accents.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Yeah. If we were English, we'd sound smarter, I guess.
I'd even struggle with it, man. It wouldn't come across that way.
Yeah. First time's got a video to it as well. If that's your background at the moment.
You know what? It is. Okay, so first time, hold on a second. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. And I'm gonna play it. I play it for the first time. Yes.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, don't cancel. Don't cancel that. I got commercials all over the place up here. Hold on a second. Don't do that. Hang on. Whoa. You know, you got to go through a series of commercials to get to a song.
Oh yeah, on YouTube nowadays, it's full ads
Yeah.
everywhere, isn't it?
That's how they get your money. And there it is. Oh, okay. I remember this one. I did watch it. Yeah. Okay. Do you guys
Yeah,
mind
we
if
shot it in the basement of an abandoned building. So good.
Oh, cool. You guys mind if I play that one?
No,
Go
go for
for
it, man.
I know you don't mind.
it.
Let me give it a spin for the audience. Here we go. And
Good
this is here we go. This is Simple Stone, the first time official music video.
just like that.
Yeah, that was badass, guys.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
Did you guys do that in like an garage set?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it was a parking
yeah, it
area,
was.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
What was that? That looks bitchin', man. That looked like you guys had some fun.
Yeah, dude. We shoot all our own videos, so we obviously don't get a production team in to do it. We do all our own. So it was good fun. We put the lights on, shot it in white, and then turned them off, which we had to go and find the switchboard and turn them off. And then we just changed our lights to red and then shot it. And yeah, it's a good effect. It was a good day. Yeah.
It's a really good song too, by the way. I
Yeah.
see why you like it.
Yeah, the call and response thing in the back of that is kind of what we do to live, and Shank sings the response part, and we get the crowd to sing the response part with us, and it's even in Japan they sang the response part really, really well. It was
They
awesome.
gave it a go. Yeah.
So how was Japan? Did you guys have a language barrier, or were you able to move around and communicate with the people pretty well?
I did. I had a language barrier because I'm probably not regarded as the brightest person in the band. But Shanks learned enough in the approach to it, and we had a tour manager who was bilingual, so it was
So it was
helps.
fun.
it was all right. Yeah.
But a lot of the hand gestures and body language goes a long way.
Yeah.
So give me a visual of what one of the biggest shows in Japan that you played, a highlight for you out there, and what city was it in out there?
Yeah. So I would say that the biggest show was probably our last show. It was in Kobe, and I think it was a Saturday night from memory. Every day seemed like a Wednesday when we were there, man. It was 10 days in and out.
Oh my God, busy
not a
town.
lot of sleep. Get on, get in. New city every day.
Right.
But Kobe, it was a really good room. It was a lot of energy. It was a lot of they were chanting back at us as we were playing, just like with a hey, 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 and it was loud enough for us to be heard, for them to be heard on the stage over the top of our drums and amplifiers and stuff. It was a great night. It was a night that I'll never forget.
I'll bet. I had a friend of mine, Timothy Gaines, was the bass player for Stryper, and I played with Tim for 4 years in a band called No Stranger. I was the keyboard player, 12-string guitars, and I did all the backing vocals. Even though I'm a lead vocalist, I took a back seat because my good friend Tom Hardy was the lead singer for No Stranger, and Timothy Gaines was the bass player, and then I had a couple other major talents in the band. And then we had Bill Carruthers, who was the producer that helped get the album off the ground. But I was watching films with Timmy, and he was at Budokan or wherever he was playing with Stryper.
Oh yeah.
In Japan,
wow.
And they just loved him out there, man. They just loved him.
Yeah.
And I sat and watched about 15 videos with Tim that day in his house. And Japan just loves American music and Australian music, apparently. And they love rock and roll, out there.
Dude, they do.
You got a really vibrant music scene over there as well. Like the bands that we played with on the bills, some of them were just incredible.
That's amazing. Now, do they promote the crap out of you guys? And tell me how big are the arenas that you played down there? I mean, how many seats are there down there?
Yes.
What's the biggest
So
one?
we were playing clubs.
Clubs, okay.
So sort of 200 cap rooms.
But still a lot of screaming fans in Japan. You know what I'm saying? And they love, unlike America, nothing against America, but, we get everything here. We're kind of spoiled down here. We have, all the great bands have come through the United States. And it's good to hear that you guys were able to get out. I've talked to a few other players in Australia, and we're going to get out there one day, but, it's hard to get out there. It costs a lot of money. It does. It's not easy for you guys to come out and just get out of the country, get out of Australia and play anywhere.
Yeah.
And especially Japan, for you guys to go to Japan, it must have been very expensive, to put it lightly. And so tell me, how long was that tour? How long did it last? And were you guys just worn out when you got back?
Yeah, it was. So we were there for 10 days.
10 days. Okay.
And yes, when we got back, I was knackered, man. I slept for about 2 days. You know, like
Yeah.
to really paint a picture, because we did it all, on our feet. Realistically, we flew in. We each had Shanks and I both had a single guitar, a backpack with our gear in it, and
Oh my
a
God.
suitcase.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we were on the subways, and we were on foot, and we were in a new city every day. So we were up early in the morning. We would get some breakfast, get out the door, get onto the subway, get onto the bullet train, arrive in the new city, onto another local train, into sound check, and then
Wow.
out of sound check, we'd go to our hotel, drop our bags off, back to the show, do it, and we'd be back in the hotel room about 1 a.m.
Yeah.
For a couple of hours sleep to then do it all again the next day. It was incredibly hot. So we were doing all this, sweating our nuts off, really.
What,
But
oh my God. I didn't know it got that
it
hot.
was it,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
it was really
heavy
hot, really
lifting.
humid as well, really tropical.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and that's a killer. And
Oh
because
my
we
God.
don't know our way around, right? Like
Right,
when
right.
sometimes when we're going through the subways, we're not taking the most direct route, and we don't know where the escalator is, so we're going up flights of stairs. We've got suitcases, and yeah, man, it was hard work.
It was hard work,
You know,
but it
and
was sick, man. It was sick.
it's good work. It's good work.
Yeah, it was
When,
good
when
Yep.
you
work.
when you get a chance to play in another country, especially Japan, and I have some people out there that keep in touch, and I do some work with the record company, the one you're under, which is Curtain Call Records,
Yeah, cool.
and I'm working with all the bands on their roster right now, and who was I talking to? Anyway, I got sidetracked, but I hear stories from all over the world. I'm talking to bands everywhere. Finland, Brazil, you
Yeah,
guys,
cool.
Australia, New Zealand. I got to
Mm.
talk to some guys out in New Zealand, and they're all on your label. They're all
Yeah,
over
the Dead Empire out of
Dead
New
Empire. There you
Zealand, I
go.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I forgot the name of the island. It's a Mountain Tui or something.
yeah. Wow.
I had to rehearse that one before the show. And the music industry has changed, guys, and you're not no young chickens when it comes to being fresh in the music business, or I should say music industry, but it's changed. And
It
now
has.
we can do albums, we can do our own music, we can get heard the next day, we can get our
Yeah,
music out pretty quickly, and as fast as we can write songs and record them, we can get them out to the masses, right? And when I go back to the 80s, that wasn't possible. When I recorded my first record in 1979, and
wow.
it was a miracle just to get a CD in my hand and a cassette tape, and to
Wow.
to pass out to the fans. But there wasn't no downloads, there wasn't no
Yeah.
Spotify, none of that was available. So so what do you guys think about the way things have gone? The internet has brought us a whole new technology and all that stuff. What do you think about it? And are you benefiting from it? And I'm going back to the 80s when I was in music, but do you think it's better now than it used to be? Or is there still challenges, making money, touring, and getting songs out there?
Yeah, look, I think it's with all the availability, it makes it a lot harder to make money out of your material.
Yeah,
It puts a lot more onus on getting out there and playing, regular shows, getting out and
right,
playing a string of shows, making each stop wherever you go count.
right,
We still take our recorded stuff with us and hock it for as much as we can. We sort of play the whole, starving musician thing. We kind of look a bit desperate and we cry a little bit to kind of make album sales work. But yeah, I actually, I think Shanks would have a different opinion on this, but I think from an artist's perspective, it's harder now.
yeah.
I know that we get more visibility, but I think it's more difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Sorry,
is.
go ahead.
It's still a challenge, no matter how you look at it. But I
Yeah.
think that there's more opportunity today, especially for the young musicians, to get out there. But you still need the talent, you still need the
Yeah.
drive, and you still need a little bit of support. This
Yeah.
whole internet thing it's tough to get out there, to
Yeah,
get that,
it's a double-edged sword because that
yeah.
access is great. As you say, people have the opportunity to, so many more people have the opportunity to get their stuff out to an audience. But as a result, like that signal to noise ratio, there is so much more stuff out there. So
Right, right, right.
it's easy to get lost in the crowd. So there's pros and cons.
You
You just
guys
got to
have,
make banging songs, Dean. That's what you got to do, man. Just got
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
banging songs and,
you know what?
make
Yeah.
yourself heard.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to work harder than ever before. It's not like you put out an album with 12 to 14 songs on it, and people buy all the songs because they got to buy the album. Now
yeah,
it's like a buffet, right? It's a la carte. So they get one song. They get to, if they like one song, well, that's less money in our pocket, right? They download one song opposed to buying our album. So
Yeah.
that's why I was asking you earlier, do you have merchandise for sale? Can people buy a vinyl? Are you thinking about doing some vinyl, or do you already have vinyl out?
Yeah, we haven't got vinyl out. We've always threatened to do it. I would love, I'd love to have a copy of my own record on vinyl. That'd be sick. But
Would that be cool? Would that be cool?
it'd be very cool. It's very cost prohibitive. It's just to set up a master is a couple of grand.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Remaster the
we
album. Yeah,
we've talked about like doing what do you call it? It's not a crowd funded thing, but like a pre-sale. And if we hit a certain target, then we do it. But yeah, we're yet to do it. I would love to do it, but that'd be awesome.
I've been looking at some of these new albums, the heavy gauge fluorescent green album
Dude,
with the
yeah,
pitch, and
so
it's
cool.
like this thick.
Yeah.
And the kids are doing it. I'm hearing about, and it's really not too bad. I'm with CD Baby. They're my distributor, and they'll
Yeah.
do like 100 album covers, albums for like a few $100s, right?
Wow.
And they'll do like a cheap sleeve on it. But if you want to do something really fancy, of course,
Is this vinyl?
yeah, it's vinyl. And
really.
yeah, it's a
Wow.
distribution company that I go through, called cdbaby.com.
Yeah,
I
we've
know.
used
Yeah,
CD Baby. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
have.
didn't know
Yeah.
they press vinyl.
yeah, they press vinyl. They have a company, a third party. You go on there and you just put in your music. It's already there,
Yeah.
and they just submit it, and then they just send you the vinyl.
Well, I'll
We
be
should
looking
have
at
our
that
talk, our
again.
people talk to them, Chance.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
we'll get
yeah.
our
We'll get
management
our
admin
we'll get our
team to check that out.
I remember when it was $1,000 just to get a CD. I'm going back to early
Oh yeah,
'80s.
yeah.
$1,000
oh
to get
yeah,
a CD in my hand,
the
and
glass master, you're saying?
yeah. So
Yeah.
if you can get vinyl, and it's funny how we're going back to vinyl. People they want to touch the music, like getting an old Jimi Hendrix album and reading
Yeah,
through it and touching it and feeling it and looking at his
Yeah.
concerts and pictures. And I think that even the younger audience wants to see. They want something tangible in their hands,
Yeah.
opposed to just clicking on a button and listening
yeah,
to it,
yeah.
and it's over, right? They got to hear it, great. But
So I
it's
still buy physical media. I still buy, either a CD or vinyl. I've got a reasonable vinyl collection.
nice. You still
For me,
have it?
the whole tactile process, opening it up, having a read, seeing where it was recorded, seeing, who's mentioned on the liner notes, having a read, it's kind of like, that to me is part of the process of music. It's what the artists wants you to see.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate all that sort of stuff. So yeah, totally hear where you're coming from.
Well, you appreciate music, and you want to do more than just listen to it. You want to know about it. You
Yeah,
read
true.
you want to know about the artist. You want to know what they're saying in the lyrics. And these albums come with a full layout. You get to touch it, feel it, hang it on your wall, put it in your collection,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So I'm looking over here now. I talked a little bit on earlier. You guys had a video, and I used to do this song when I would play out live, and I'm looking for it right now. It's the Dead or Alive.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
you guys did. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna have to do an old school search real quick. Simple Stone.
This is possibly one of the favorite covers of mine that we did of the handful we've done.
Really?
Yeah, I think I thought it was a nice take, on the track.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Simple Stone official music video, Dead or Alive. Now I watched it earlier, but I lost it. I had it yeah, there, yeah.
Sounds like it.
Oh, okay. So I want to play this video only because people that know me know I have my 12 string hanging on the wall right here.
Yeah.
And I do the Bon Jovi thing. I go out, I put
Yeah.
on the hat, I put on the leather coat, and
Very cool.
it's all the same. Yeah. I get it going, and people go, Dean, man, play Bon Jovi, but when I heard this, I like the way you guys rev it up a little bit.
Yeah, we toured a new one, Dean.
Well, tell me why you did. Why did you do that? And why did you pick Bon Jovi?
Well, it's such a good song, and I always thought it would just make a really good punk song,
Oh, okay.
So we sped it up, and it just felt good, It felt like it wanted to sit, up tempo. There's a couple of things about it when we did the guitar solo. I didn't want to do the original guitar solo, and
okay,
I wanted to put my own spin on it, my own kind of version of what I was hearing, and we're in the studio, and Shanks said to a very definitive statement. He's like, Matt, this is not a karaoke version of this song. So let's just rip it up. Let's just take the format of the song, tear it up, and look, I think we did it.
You guys ripped the shit out of that song, and I've never heard it done that way. So
yeah, cool.
that's why I picked that one just now. I had something else picked out, but I'm going to play that one.
Yeah,
are you guys ready? I'm going to play it right now.
Yeah, dude,
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. Everyone, crank it up out there. Are you on the Dean Bond Music podcast show with Simple Stone?
Drive all night to get
Awesome. Great version of that song, guys.
Get a little bit of that into you.
You kicked
Eh?
ass. You kicked ass, man.
Kicked its ass.
Yeah, the way I think about that track is like you take those tight leopard print sort of hair metal leather pants and you fish out this big hairy pair of balls.
I love the characters in Australia, the personalities. I love the humor. It's kind of dry, but it's funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you
dry.
can't you can't take us too seriously. That's the key. That's the key.
I spent a little bit of time out there. Just the 28 days was enough, actually. And there was a few Kiwis out there. There's a few heavy street Australians. The accent was so heavy. It's like this one guy, I had the chick on the boat, mate, and I took a picture over, you know what I'm talking about, And he was talking so fast, I didn't understand anything he was saying. But
Yeah.
they don't all talk that fast, right? It's kind of like Ireland. You got street
Yeah.
Irish, right? The street Irish.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love it anyway, man. And then when I was out there, people said, "You have an accent." I have an accent. I'm like,
You
"No, I
do,
don't."
yeah. Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
Hey,
You have an
Jonathan,
accent.
you're
I go,
also
"No, I
talking a
don't.
bit,
I'm
man.
American." No, I don't. They knew they could spot me a mile away.
Oh yeah.
I'm walking on the beach with Lois's brother, and one guy yells out to me, "Hey, mate, you better catch up with your friend up there. Hey, you dumb American." I looked over, "Hey, you better catch up with your friend." And so then I picked up the accent when I was out there. And so people quit harassing me because can I get a beer? Can I
Really?
get a beer, mate? I would like a beer. Go get a beer. And they go, yeah, sure, mate. No. But isn't it funny how people perceive other people? And
100%.
we're all the same. We're all the same, really. We all love
Oh,
music. We all love
is that
music.
a
It's
segue?
it's the music that binds us.
It's the music that bonds us, exactly. But I wanted to ask you guys another question, and I like to get into your life a little bit. And what was the biggest highlight in your music career? And I'm probably going to start off with Shanks on this one. What was your biggest highlight that you'll never forget? And you would love to do it again if you could. But the biggest highlight, I asked this to Carlos Cavazzo from Quiet Riot. And Carlos said it was the US Festival, 70, was it 83? 73,
wow.
83. So what was your biggest highlight, Shanks? Tell me.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, mine would have to be the Japan tour. I think that one
Japan?
takes it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, I fully intend on us doing that again and topping it. But yeah, that's probably the highlight so far of everything we've done. And we've
Would
played
that,
some really stellar shows, but that was awesome.
how many shows did you play in that? You said what, 7 or 10 days you were out there?
Yeah, we were out there a couple of days before and after the runner show, so we did five back to back. So it was two in Tokyo, and then we went out to Osaka for
No.
one, and then it was out to Fukuyama,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
back to Kobe. So it was sort of we ran out to the west and then came back. But it was 5 nights straight back to back.
That's pretty cool. There's a sushi bar down here called Fukumama? I can't remember.
Got to be careful with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Fukiya.
Who you say
Yeah.
that to? Yeah,
I
be
don't
careful.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one
Vicky
more
Mama.
question. Same question for you up there, Matt. Give me the biggest highlight in your music career, even if it's a life career. Just give me the biggest event that ever happened to you.
Yeah. Look, I got to say, there's probably two. It was the final show in Japan, which was just awesome. But then before that, a couple of years ago, we played the Sydney Opera House, and
Okay.
that was something. It was a prestigious gig.
The Sydney Opera. How'd you get that gig, and how big is
Yeah,
that place?
yeah, it was big,
How
and
many
the room
people?
filled up really nicely. Yeah, it was I think it was a 300 seated with a dance floor, and yeah, it was a fantastic gig, man. We did that with a couple of our friends' bands. The scene was kicking ass back then, and it was something that I'll always remember. Just right from the loading. You load
Yeah.
into a dock, and then you walk in the tunnels, and
Oh wow.
big green rooms, and
Yeah.
it was a good thing.
I went by
Actually,
I saw the Opera House. Go ahead.
yeah. Rick Will, who's a friend of mine, unfortunately passed now. but he's you might know him from musical circles as a producer and whatnot. He was out there, and it was just a good night for me to do that, with him there. And
Yeah. So the Opera House in Japan were kind of your two highlights.
yeah,
Now, and one more question for both you guys. And everybody has an influence out there or somebody that they really admire. And I was going to ask you, like, if you could play with somebody, do a concert with a band or an artist, who would it be? And I'll start with you, Matt. Who would it be?
yeah, I'd love to take a stage with Jerry Cantrell, man.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, huge influence on me. And I just think, you know, for the push through that he did to sort of get through the transition of Alice, I just sort of take a hat off to him, and he's a hard-working dude. And I don't know him from Borough Soap, but I've just always thought he just did what he needed to do to get through. And he's a triumphant guitar player,
Is he still
fantastically
playing?
talented guitar player. Yeah,
He's still playing, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Alice is still kicking, man. With Will.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wilt. Yeah.
What about you, Shanks? Who would you like to sit on stage with? And
He's probably going to tell you he wants to do it with me, but we'll push past that.
Yeah. It'd be a huge departure from my like sort of the genre that I generally play and also my talent. But if it didn't matter if they're alive or dead, I'd say Prince.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little difficult, more difficult than mine.
Yeah.
Well, you know what though? What a phenomenal artist, right?
Incredible.
This man has written songs for so many other artists. He was just all by himself, it seemed. It was Prince's world, right?
Yeah.
The record companies tried to change him, and he said, "No, this is who I am. And people were afraid to work with him in the music business because he would literally just take over the studio. If you've read about Prince, he controlled his atmosphere no matter where he went.
Yeah.
And if you went into a mixing console, he would throw the engineer off the board, and he would take over the board.
Wow.
And that's just who Prince was. He knew exactly what he wanted, I think, far as he was like a genius, right? A musical genius. He knew what he wanted, and he would command every aspect of his music career, even on the technical side back in the, 80s and 90s, right? Or, the guy was just phenomenal, and his music speaks for itself. Well, I was thinking
about that. I was thinking about if that was us in that setting. If I went into the studio and tried to throw our engineer off the board, he's about 6 inches taller than me, man. I reckon that'd be some heavy lifting, man. He's a big dude,
Yeah.
I think I'd be in a bit of trouble.
I have to ask the question because you guys are kind of the bad boys in Australia of rock and roll. I'm thinking there's an edgy side to you guys. And my question is, what is the most trouble you've ever gotten into? And I'm gonna relate this to maybe playing gigs or just in life in general. And give me the most trouble you've ever gotten into. And you don't have to get too detailed, like if you went to jail or anything like that. What did you do that was so bad?
I'd say Matt's got more of a story than me.
Oh, look. You know what? Life is a state of flux, and you're always in and out of trouble.
Yeah. That's true.
That's true. So we just try and stay in a little bit of trouble all of the time. As long as it's mischief, it's not trouble. But man, like we just get a little loose when we travel, and we can party, and I don't know what the most amount of trouble we've been in.
I don't want to blow your exposure here. And I actually asked myself that question, and I could just hear me answering it right now. And boy, I have quite a story. But
I've been hauled in a few times in my younger days.
Oh my God, that's so funny. And how much trouble can you possibly get into anyway? I mean, I could tell you, right? I could tell you stories all day long. I was thrown out of Palm Springs. We were playing with the Missing Persons, if you remember them, Bosio, Dale Bosio, and I got thrown out of the club because I was under 21. I started playing clubs when I was 15 years old.
Yeah, wow.
So
Wow.
they would stamp me and tell me to, behave and don't drink and stay in the corner and don't go out into the club. And then when I'm done, I had to leave, And,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah,
was
the
tough.
last time I was thrown out of a club, I dragged the bouncer down the stairs by his bow tie and threw him out, and then I left. So,
And then I left. Then I left.
screw it, I'll just go.
I fucking bounced him out of the
I'll
fucking
take
club,
myself out. So, yeah.
No, when I was down in Australia, it just seemed like a rowdy, the people I was talking to and hanging out with were rowdy, even more than Americans down here, I mean, they were just
Yeah, well,
rowdy, man. I was like, so I had to
maybe
ask
it's
that
just what we're used to, I don't know.
the Irish, the Australians,
There's a bit more hooligan in us, maybe.
a little hooligan.
Yeah.
I did an interview with the hooligans. They're on your label as
Oh,
well.
wow. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And,
I don't have any of those hooligans in me. Just
Not
just
right
to be
this
clear.
minute. Yeah.
Now I had okay, so we don't have the drummer tonight, Alex Bowman, and it says Bowie. Is that his nickname, Bowie?
Yeah, Bowie.
Oh, yeah.
The other Bowie, not the famous Bowie. The
Yeah,
other
yeah,
Bowie.
the other Bowie,
Yeah.
the other Bowie,
Yeah.
and then Armitage Shanks, bass guitar. And do you sing as well, Shanks?
Yeah,
You
we
sing?
do backing. Yeah,
Okay, so
backing box.
Yeah, both
you
Bowie
and,
and Shanks do
you and
beat
Matt
riffs.
throw some harmonies together, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we work on it.
That's fucking awesome. And it's nice when you have a couple singers in the band. I was in a band called Danger, and I got my bass player to sing with me, but nobody wanted to sing. And I was a kind of a screaming type heavy metal singer, and harmonies weren't a big thing back
Yeah.
when I was kind of going through that when Judas Priest was real big, and heavy
Yeah.
metal and Metallica was starting to really launch. But I like harmonies. I'm a singer. I love harmonies. I love melodic music, and I used to be a drummer and I wanted to play piano. I was a piano when I was only 10 years old. And I started singing and writing songs because I had a feel for all the instruments. I had drumming in my background, piano, guitar. And when I started singing, I just started writing. So I've written quite a few songs now. And talking to you guys, do you guys, what's next for you? Can people look for another album, or what can they look for as far as music goes, and how far down the line?
Yeah, so we're dropping into the studio on the 2nd of March to start
Okay.
laying drum tracks, and so I reckon we'll have some new stuff out by the end of the year. That's the aim.
2025.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good year, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I
well, here's
just
hoping
go.
it's a good year for us, Dean. That'll be awesome. Well, the material that we got in, I got to say, it'll be a good year.
Now I've got a few songs on my cue chart here, and I'm not playing it during the interview because I don't want to interrupt the audio. And I used to like to do that a lot, but I had a lot of people say, "Don't, Dean, you're playing too much music. I can't hear the guys talk." So, and I'm just itching to play some songs. You got Light in the Sky, and we played First Time. You got Secrets, and then TIM, Girl in a Red Dress. And I'm looking for a song that we can just kind of play without having to watch a video.
Yeah.
Can you
How
pick
about
one?
Inner Sanctuary?
Yeah, Inner Sanctuary's there. Secrets is a good one, man. Anything that you have got there, just audio one, man.
I listened to
Secrets is a good song. It's got a lot of punch.
Yeah. Secrets works.
Crank it up.
And the audio.
Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. You can't hear it?
Yeah, I couldn't hear, man.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
That's okay.
At least you let me know. One time I played a whole song and I was rocking out. And the guy goes, what do you play?
What are you rocking out to there then?
We don't know what your process is. Maybe you just think about things for a long time.
Let's do that again. They woke up. They woke up back there. Guys, that was really bad to the bone. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Ooh, I like that.
That was really bad to the bone. That was really bitching, man.
Cool.
I just love good music. You know what I'm saying? I love great music. Now, I heard a bit of a progression there from the drums and the music. You guys have a mix, a fusion of progressive, heavy rock. You said punk earlier. There's punk in there.
Yeah.
The punk
Uh,
influence, yeah.
tell me about where did all those influences come from?
Yeah, well, I guess, I don't sort of find myself confined to anything, to any one genre that I write. I listen to a whole lot of different music.
Yeah,
I'm a big Pennywise fan. I love Pennywise. You know, so the influences, I guess, those punk influences kind of eat into my songs.
right, right.
I'm a big, I was a big Iron Maiden fan. I am a big Iron Maiden fan. I'm a
I'm
big
gonna
Bullet for
love
My
that. Yeah,
Valentine fan. So
yeah,
there's sort of, British invasion metal. There's, Metallica and Megadeth, and there's the punk elements. So whatever's coming out and whatever's got to make a significant change, we've got, in a song, I use or I, try and allow to permeate into the song. When I'm writing, I like the light and dark, so I like stark changes from verses to choruses to pre-choruses. Breakdown riffs. I like to put a little bit of the metal influence in there because we can. So I guess there's everything in a melting pot, and it just comes out the way it comes out.
yeah. And you've been around. You've been around for a while, so you got a chance to hear different types of music and being
Yeah,
talented like you guys are. It takes talent to integrate those other genre or other styles of music and put them into a song. You're not
exactly.
just sitting there playing a 4/4 and three chords and just
Yeah,
singing the song. You're doing a little bit more. You're doing a little bit
yeah,
more. It's
yeah.
what I call creative writing. I'll call it
Thank you. I'm
or
glad that's
integral.
recognized.
Yeah, well, it's absolutely is, and nothing against the three chord progressions and the simple lyrics. When we go back to the Beatles and great songs, but mostly lyrical content. They have
Yeah.
Yeah,
meaning, they have lyrical meaning, right? But still, like you could take three chords and do any song, right? And with the same
yeah,
beat. You guys
yeah,
are throwing the mix in there. You're changing it up. You're progressive. You're doing a little bit of punk. You're doing a little bit of this. You're doing cut time. You're doing double time. You're doing
yeah,
things on the drums that not many drummers get to do. So, I mean, you guys are really playing your asses off. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I can
yeah.
see the
Thanks,
live
bro.
show.
I'm afraid of the silence, right? So,
I'm afraid.
if there's
The
something,
thoughts.
Uh,
if there's nothing banging, I think there's something wrong. You kind of get
right.
on edge. So
You
I just
guys
kind of
like
try
it.
and jam
You
it all
guys
in
like
there
it
and make it
busy.
rock.
You guys
Yeah,
like it busy. You like it busy.
yeah,
No,
I don't
yeah,
mind some space. I don't mind some space.
you could be doing REO Speedwagon. I heard it from a friend who heard it from another. Just a G chord and just singing some ballad. I see you guys
yeah,
just ripping it up every song. Going to
yeah.
see you guys live must be a lot of fun for your
It's a bit
fans.
of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
I hope so. Yeah.
the stuff that we're about to record is there's a departure from that in some of the songs, which is really cool. And Shanks has put his foot down and he said, I want some space. You know, and the stuff that he's written, is a little bit different. But I guess that's what makes us us. We just write whatever's doing and go from there.
And yeah, absolutely. I was going to play a couple songs by you guys. I'm going to play a little game, see how quickly you can name these songs.
Girl in a red dress.
Oh, do we have to buzz in?
Okay, so you two can buzz in, and we'll see who wins the game here.
Okay.
This one here, we already played that one. I think we're going to find out in a second. Hang on. Here it comes.
Buzz without.
Damn it, I didn't buzz.
You didn't get
I should
that
have
one.
buzzed.
There was one. Okay, I saw the name of this one, and there's three words to it. Hang on. Here it is.
Oh, ain't so pretty.
Ain't so pretty.
Ain't so pretty.
You win that
You
round.
tell by the whispers.
All right.
You win that round. And I don't know if I played this one
Yes.
earlier tonight. Hold on a second.
Light in the sky.
Light in the Sky wins. That's actually... Play this one real quick. Hold on.
I rise and I fall. The ocean knows my way. Be the light to my feet. Oh, for my end I will meet. Yes, I will. Oh, I tell myself that I am waiting.
Nice.
Waiting for just some kind of light. Oh, I tell my friends that I am waiting.
Light in the Sky. Is this about as mellow as you guys get right here?
Yeah,
It
it
picks
is,
up a little bit. Once,
It picks up?
yeah.
Picks up.
I really enjoy playing this song live.
Okay, as a vocalist, right? And you're
Yeah.
playing guitar.
Oh, I search
Yeah.
for the
I like the
reason
feeling it.
of why I'm
A
alive.
little bit of space.
Yeah.
A little bit of space.
Peace keeps coming through.
I like it.
No, up and undying truth. Yes, it does. Oh, I tell myself that I am waiting for just some kind of light. Oh, I tell my friends that I am waiting for the light in the sky. Yeah. Do you run wrong? Oh, who calls your name? Do you hide from my friend? Light in the sky. I pull at my hair when I gnash at my teeth, longing just to speak with you. I scream and I'll fall to my knees. Yes, I will. I tell myself that I am waiting for just some kind of light. I tell my friends that I am waiting, yeah, for the light when the sky, yeah. Who do you run wrong? Yeah. Who calls your name? Who do you run from?
Let it hang, man. Let it hang.
Let it hang.
Man, that song kicks ass, guys. It really got in there, you know?
Gets
Yeah.
filthy, doesn't it? Yeah, it's
It's a
good.
little elusive in the beginning, man, but it started revving up. And
Yeah. When we
vocals are killer, man.
good, thank you. It
That's
was funny.
that's a little Dean Vaughn exclusive because it's not actually officially being released.
Ah, so everyone out there, you're
Yeah,
watching. This is
so
why you
that's a
watch the
preview.
Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show. You get songs that nobody's heard
get the
before.
inside info.
Get
Yeah,
that
man.
inside info on the mates.
That's right.
Yes, that's pretty fucking cool. And you guys have a ton of songs. I mean, I have more songs on my screen right now than I've ever seen. Most guys send me three to five songs.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I got on your
Let's send
shared.
over our whole pack.
I
Yeah, cool.
downloaded your whole pack today just in case. Now,
Nice.
what happened last week is I had a caller call in and she had a song, her favorite song, and I'm glad I downloaded all the
Oh
songs.
yeah, nice.
And she called in on the show and I played it for her and while she was on the phone and she loved it. She just loved it. She loved this band.
Nice.
And I just did the recast, they're called. And I do a lot of East Coast bands for some reason. And you guys out in Australia, you're the first one in Australia that I've done, and
Cool.
it's really nice that you guys
We
got.
popped your Australian cherry. Good
You
to hear.
did, you did. It's definitely pop now. And when I was in Australia, I was hanging out with this guitar player, and everyone thinks it's so hard to get out of Australia. Like there's this big wall, right? There's even
There
American
is.
bands who've never played Australia. And I'm like, why has, I even asked somebody, have you heard of Styx? And they said, no. And I went, what do you mean, no? Well, they're not real fluent with some of the bands I think out here are the biggest bands, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys if you feel that way, but like there's a separation. It's very hard for people to get out here, and it's hard
Yeah.
for bands to tour and get out there.
Yeah, look, there really is a wall, as you say, but we're trying to push the wall down, or at least make a tiny little hole so we
Yeah.
can squeeze ourselves through, right?
Well, my
It's
question
cost
is,
prohibitive. It's
yeah,
cost prohibitive to do it, but
yeah,
we
yeah.
get on the road and we make our money here enough to then scoot off somewhere else, and that's our
Yeah.
focus. So
No, and
plus you're only alive once, right, Dean?
you're only alive once, man. You got to make the
Depends who you talk to, man.
And I'm so glad I could expose you guys. Now this show gets broadcast twice. Tonight is the live show, so we can do the live thing, right? So we can take calls and all that fun stuff. Then I take this show and I put it out to 105 countries. I put it in Germany, Australia, Finland, Brazil, Japan.
Hi, Germany. Hi, Brazil. Hey, Finland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I put it on iHeart, Pandora, Amazon. I do all the podcast streaming sites. There's about 50 or 60 of them out there. And I just blow it out through Spotify and they do the distribution for me. But you guys are going to be seen all over the world after I
Wow.
take this thing and put it back out again. Tonight again is what I call the live show, but it doesn't, it's on YouTube, and there's a lot of people out there that listen and don't chime in, and it pisses me off because I'm like, how many people are actually, I look at my analytics and I see 34,000 people watching the show. I'm like, where were they? Where are they?
Wow.
Where are they watching it from? So
You had to tell me that, I would have brushed my hair, dude. Put some lippy on or something.
Put some lippy.
Yeah.
Started yourself up,
We don't buy it.
You know what's funny? And Lois, my other half, she's out in Australia. In fact, I should bring her in just to ask you guys a couple questions because she's very fluent in Australia. Her brother's out there right now. He's probably listening to the show. And hey, Lois, you got a minute? I want to bring her in because she's going to love you guys because she just loves us. She's pushing me to get back out there. She goes, come on, we got to. She's looking at an island out there. You know how many islands there are out there, right? And I love
Australia is an island.
Australia is an island.
It's just a really big island.
It was Cookie Mudglow. Cookie Mudglow.
I don't know.
No.
Lois, you out there?
Cookie Mudglow.
I got a question for you.
I was just trying to call in.
Oh, no, don't call in. Just come in here real quick. Meet the band.
G'day.
G'day.
Hello,
G'day.
Lois.
Hi,
G'day,
guys.
Lois.
So
going
where
on?
in Sydney? I mean, Sydney's a big place. My niece lives in Merrickville, which I
Oh,
guess
right.
is all
Ah.
hip and groovy now.
It's
When
very,
I lived in
yeah.
Sydney, it was kind of, out west.
No, it's
So
very
we're
trendy.
from all over. Yeah, Shanks is essentially
I
Bondi,
was,
but
I
just
was in
moving.
Bondi. I just moved. Yeah, I just moved to Ashfield, which is just a bit west of Marrickville, but in that area over that
Yeah,
way.
I know where Ashfield is. It's right on the train
Yeah.
field, the train line. I used to do a
Yeah.
lot of jobs there because I'm an actress and we're going back. We'd be there for good if it wasn't for the pandemic.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah. That screwed a lot of things up.
Well, I'm trying to get him back out there, and gosh, it'd be good if he could get a tour in there in a minute.
Dude, come over and
Yeah.
we'll jump on
I'll
and
be
play
hanging
with
out with you guys if I come out there.
Absolutely. I want,
Wow.
I want to get him out there. We went in summer and I lived there for like 14 years. Eighth generation
wow.
American, but lived there. And my brother's still there. He's on the Central Coast. He's in Woy Woy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and my best friend, she lives in Umina, or no, other way
wow.
around. He's in Umina now. Beautiful up there. But lobster season, we're thinking of going up. I think the last day is September 30th.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Go get some
Cool.
lobbies.
Very cool.
Come play some clubs. I told Dean, cool little clubs in
I'm coming out there,
Sydney.
guys. I'm coming out.
I'll get him out there.
We'll get
Hey,
ready for
we
you.
can sort
Well, yeah, and
lineups. Come over and we'll play some shows.
absolutely. And one of my very, very dear friends is Trevor Sinclair, who, gosh, I'd love to get you guys back on his show.
I just did
He's-
Glass Tiger, guys. Glass Tiger. I just did.
Well,
an interview.
Trevor's
Oh, wow.
he's got a
Yeah.
huge morning show in Australia. I'm not sure where he is these days, but I had a recording career in Australia. I was with EMI. One
Okay.
single, You Missed Me. I was on vinyl. That was the thing.
She was
last year on vinyl.
She was in The Punisher. She's an actress. Yeah.
Oh, which
wow.
Punisher was it? Which one? Which guy?
Oh, the first one. That was shot in Sydney with Dolph
With
Lundgren.
Lundgren.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were in
Wow.
that. Sweet.
That's
All
how
right.
old I am. Yeah, Nanny. I get blown away. It's pretty cool. Well, I'll let Dean. I could take over the show.
Hey,
I'd
hey,
actually
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to.
All right.
Just push Dean
I
out.
just
Lois.
the
See you,
island.
I'm
The Cookie Mudjo. What's it called?
Cuchimudlo Island, South Morton Bay. I want to buy
Oh.
someplace up there. It's in the Maclay Islands area.
Yeah. It's north of us.
Yeah. Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But
Sweet.
yeah, we'll be back. Hopefully, I'm thinking September.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Hey,
We'll see you then.
love you all.
That was Matt and Shanks.
I know, honey. I've already been talking on
You can
Fred.
see.
Thank you for coming on his show. Thank
No
you.
worries.
Hi, Brian.
It was like Prince came in and pushed you off the console there, Dan.
Yeah. Took control.
It's all right. All right.
I think she knocked down the whole set, guys. This is why I don't let her in the studio. Holy smokes. Good Lord.
Came in like
Anyway.
a hurricane.
Like a hurricane came in. Holy
Yeah.
smokes. Holy smokes. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm heading towards wrapping up. I'm so glad you guys joined me tonight.
Yeah,
And
thanks for having us,
I
Dan.
got to play some of your music, and people get to a little more familiar with you tonight now. And when you guys do head out on tour, let the record company know so I can book you guys again and talk
Yeah,
about the
sure.
tour. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be
Will do.
awesome.
Yeah, let's definitely do that. And I'm going to play a little outro video that I put together for you guys. And I want to thank you for doing the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast show tonight.
No worries, Dan. Thank you for having us, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll bring in the audience real quick. Hold on. There they are.
No, I can't hear them. They've gone quiet.
It got quiet.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you guys for being on the show. And I'm going to just play that video for you right now. And listen, thanks for being on the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast show. You just listened to Simple Stone from Sydney, Australia. So I really want to thank them for being on the show tonight. And good night, guys.
Thank you, Dan.